for the and, there is an interesting
We're live.
point of view that Harry Styles is taking. Yes, you recall it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to WWE SmackDown Live on the USA Network. Michael is finishing watching Chicago Fire, but we are 8 minutes in for SmackDown. Roman, that's Michael over there. Take it away, brother.
Hi, everybody. Michael Paul back with you. And I may have misspoken. I thought that Collision was not airing on my birthday because of a special broadcast October 3rd. But it turns out, as I look at my program guide, that Collision will not be airing October 3rd and will be showing on October 5th. So with that said, that means that our final broadcast will be the Friday night, October 4th episode of SmackDown. Now, of course, I could be wrong. We'll have to see as it gets closer to that time. But as it stands now, my final broadcast will be Friday night, October 4th. I don't really have a lot of news today. But I do want to say my good nights to my girls, as I always do, to Christy, Crystal, Megan, and Amanda, Mackenzie, Noah, and Caitlin. I love you all so very, very much. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful part of my life. And I'm sorry we didn't get to see each other today, but hopefully we will get to see each other tomorrow. And of course, with the hurricane coming and whatnot, please stay safe. Nothing but love to all of you. Mwah. And as I always, well, I may not have said this for a while. Good night, my angels. We'll see you tomorrow. Let me retract that. Hopefully, we will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Good night. Now, I'm not sure where we're at, but we are about 10 minutes into SmackDown. Let's go live.
Okay, let's go. Tell her I'll be right there.
And this is the state capital of Oklahoma. They call it
Oklahoma, we're at tonight.
Oklahoma City.
Home of the National Cowboy Hall of Fame and home tonight to Friday Night SmackDown on the USA Network. And with Bad Blood Looming a week from Saturday in Atlanta, we welcome you live from the Paycom Center.
Oh, I do have some news that we'll get to at a commercial.
OKC just erupted for the Viper.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I have to take care of something. Because I'm having pain here.
You gotta use the bathroom again?
No, can you move up? No, I don't need to do that. I need to help with something. I promise I will be right back.
I'm coming with you.
All right. Then let me rephrase. We will be right back.
check what matches we've got for Bad Blood for the following Saturday.
Well, then we'll get to that. I'm sure they're going to talk about that throughout the show. Okay, sorry, we're back. Back to Oklahoma City and SmackDown.
Yeah, starting October the 1st, right before Michael Cobb's birthday, will be the returning of the seasons of their final, probably their final season, which is season 36, episode 1. Where Bart Simpson,
Jesus, versus well, there seems like he knew. I didn't know that.
yeah, where Bart Simpson was still 10 years old from 1989 all the way to the current Simpson era.
Oh wait, is that Bart or was that Lisa?
Bart Simpson was 10 years old for all of these years.
Oh, I thought that was Lisa.
No. Lisa,
Oh, dude, look at this.
what?
That's cute. The kid's dressed like Cody.
It's amazing that after all these years, the WWE fans still show me respect and love, and finally,
I thought he was on Raw.
in my career when I should embrace this.
Who?
Randy.
Well, either he got drafted or he asked to move. I don't know.
When all is said and done, the career finally
Are we doing anything tomorrow?
More than likely,
The
no.
all-time greats in WWE history.
It's all because of this hurricane.
Whatsoever from me, Coleman. It looks to
Although,
me
which I don't understand, I do understand, but I don't. What I don't understand is there's no, it's not pounding rain, there's no wind, it's beautiful outside, so what's the problem? Oh, maybe it's beautiful outside now, but what if we were to be out and all of a sudden the wind picked up? That's probably what they're afraid of.
Oh.
In fact, we're going to do my party in the warehouse instead of basketball court just for that reason. I would rather it be outside, but at the same time, I don't want to risk anything.
That's true.
It's been a minute. I had some business to handle over on Raw, but man, I missed being in the SmackDown ring on Friday nights.
Oh, maybe he's just here for tonight.
Oklahoma City. Ladies and gentlemen, the millions watching around the world on TV, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. Guys, I've been in the business a long time, and I can count the amount of people that I trust.
RKO, 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 RKO.
The amount of people that I trust in this business on one hand, but guys, Cody Rhodes is one of
I'm
those
sorry
people
that I
trust.
kind of got loud at last Monday night on Raw when we were broadcasting.
But dude, that was Monday.
Which
This
is
is
why it
Friday.
was so hard for me to see that Cody Rhodes agreed to team up with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood.
You were just a little closer to my ear than I,
As
Yeah,
usual.
closer than I
doesn't sit
realized.
right with me. I need an explanation.
Next
because
time you should
something
say,
doesn't
can
add
you
up.
scoot over
So,
before you do that next time?
Yeah,
Cody, my friend,
It's okay.
either that or warn me.
if you're back there and you don't mind, could you come out to the ring right now and give me that explanation?
give you guys the heads up
Long-time relationship with Randy Orton.
for
Randy Orton has been led to his career,
the first time
to his life. Remember,
that Michael and Dylan are going to broadcast watching NASCAR on February.
legacy. And Randy reciprocated
If I remember.
the fact that he says Cody is one of the only men in WWE that he can trust. Cody's been very public, very open about what Randy
February,
Orton
John
is.
Becker. February?
Yo, they did it again.
What?
They just got a picture. They got a Zoom room with Cody Rhodes with the Cody kids.
Has struggled with the fact that Cody has decided to team with Roman Reigns a week from tomorrow. Randy Orton.
OTC. OTC. OTC.
Well, wait, no, he's not out there yet.
Randy Orton, not the only one asking
He's just
questions
practicing,
about
bro.
Cody's mindset
I know.
and decision to team with Roman Reigns. So, Oklahoma City. More specifically, Randy Orton.
Yes, we already said RKO.
What do we want to
RKO.
talk about? I know you want an explanation, Randy. Of all people, you would deserve an explanation. Everything that you have been through with the bloodline, and perhaps I look a bit of fool teaming with Roman Reigns. But Randy, let me ask you: would you rather be a fool, or would you rather be a coward? This got tasked to me, and gosh, listen, Roman Reigns looked me in the eye. He gave me his word. He had also given me his word when he said that he would do anything to keep this title. He wasn't lying then. He gave me his word when he said that if I defeated him at WrestleMania, he wouldn't show his face. He wasn't lying then. So I am going to take him at his word.
That may
Seems
be your
like
first
a
mistake.
lot of our audience, WWE Universe Pro Wrestling fans, also are going to take him at his word. But of all people, right? I'm standing here with the apex predator. I'm standing here with the legend killer, which is why I would hope that you would understand, because the legend of this rogue, of this outlaw bloodline has grown so much that it is
Bad
indeed
blood
time for it
your
to
birthday?
be killed.
Guess how many years that they had Bad Blood since?
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's their 27th anniversary.
Yeah, but they haven't had one for
27 years.
that was the last time. Wait a minute. 25. So the last one was in 95.
2003 and 2004.
Wait, so 2004 was the last one. 10.
They started in 97 with Kane made his debut.
So it's been 20 years. If it was 2004, then it's been 20 years since the last one.
And my friend, with the utmost sincerity, I hope that is not a problem for you. No problem, Cody. No problem at all. Unless, of course, you make it a problem.
Oh, now what does he mean by that?
He might. Why is this jet wagon coming out here? Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are tag team partners, remember? I thought that was just for one
Anybody
match.
on the roster does not have mixed feelings about the situation. It's this man, the prize fighter. Well, honey, and he's got a lot to get off his chest, and he hasn't had the ability to do that over the past couple of weeks. But Kevin Owens has been battling
I might have to tell you
for longer
something
than
while
both
we're
of them
still
inside
live.
the ring. The better part of the past 4
Wait till
years,
commercial.
Kevin Owens has
Sure,
gone to
why
war
not?
with Roman Reigns and
I'll
his
show
family.
you after when we get to commercial.
Hang on just a second.
Oh, the bloodline.
A few more minutes to hear what Kevin Owens has to say about the situation. The new Rogue Outlaw Bloodline is in the house, led by the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. I'm very happy the three of you are standing in the ring right now. It saves me a lot of trouble from breaking this up. Before I get started, Oklahoma City. Acknowledge me. Cody, I'll tell you what I'm going to acknowledge. I'm going to acknowledge the fact Cody, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that Roman gave you his word. You should trust him because you're going to need him. Because the two men that's standing in the ring with you right now, they're not going to be any good for you at all. Let's face it. How long have you been trying to take out the bloodline, huh? How long? Because every time you try to do it with these two men, they've let you down. So you can't stop us together. And they can't stop us with you. So the reason you're gonna team up with Roman Reigns, shut your mouth, Oklahoma. The reason you're gonna team up with Roman Reigns is because every time you try to take the bloodline down with these two men, they've let you down every single time. So acknowledge that, Cody.
You know what? The only thing we need to acknowledge is that nobody cares what you have to say ever, so shut your stupid face. You want to talk about us letting him down? How about this? Let's see what happens tonight when you take on us in a tag team match right here.
It doesn't have to just be a tag team match. There are three of us standing in the ring.
No, actually, no offense. You have your tag team match against them at Bad Blood, and you got your partner for that, so you can worry about that one. Tonight, I'm talking about Solo and Jacob Fatu against me and Randy Orton. Tonight, right? Come on. Well, how about it, General Manager Nick Aldis? Let's make it official. Owens and Orton against Solo and Jacob. Here tonight, we still don't know how Kevin Owens really feels. It appears to me that Kevin's
matches, Kevin has shifted his focus back to his own set of problems. Owens and Orton joining forces tonight against the Bloodline. Let's be honest, this is a premium live event worthy matchup, main eventing if Nick Aldis makes the fish, and of course Solo Sikoa getting under the skin of Kevin Owens again tonight. Well, we're going to switch gears now and talk about what happened last week. It was Naomi and Bayley taking on Tiffany Stratton, and of course the women's champion Nia Jax. If Naomi and Bayley got the win over whoever picked up the pin would get Nia for the title.
I don't understand. Last week, we had the opportunity to get rid of Bayley or Naomi from SmackDown for good, but they're still here. And tonight, they're facing each other for the opportunity to face me for my title. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Tiffany, I do not understand. Can you please explain it to me?
Well, I
Take what? Explain it to me.
Nia, please. I was hurt. I'm sorry.
If this ends bad for me, this will end really, really bad for you. See? Now we can be friends again.
According to
Cash
that
in,
decision to
Tiffany.
split with the Sharks,
Cash in,
what
Tiffany.
can sometimes happen. The following is a WWE Women's Championship #1 contenders match.
Oh, they met. I thought they were at the end of the show.
I think the match with Randy and Kevin is with me.
No, the 10 match.
Golden opportunity for Bayley or Naomi tonight. Best buds go one-on-one to determine who faces Nia Jax for the Women's Championship next weekend at Back One. They face off next.
Okay, since we're on commercial, okay, I just looked up some stuff for the following Saturday on your birthday. We might be getting the Lucha Brothers and
Hold on.
Champions.
Okay.
we might be getting the Lucha Brothers in WWE, either Raw or SmackDown, or we might be getting the return of AJ Lee.
That's cool.
That's what I just wanted to tell you
Okay.
during the whole show.
Okay. I said I didn't have any news. I do have a little bit of news that I completely forgot about. For those who may not have seen it, excuse my voice. I know it sounds a little rough. For those that may not have seen it, the Mr. McMahon documentary is now streaming on Netflix. And take this for what you want. You can watch it, form your own opinion. But what I came away with is that at the end of the day, this man is nothing more than a pompous, arrogant, egotistical prick. It surprises me not at all. I am not surprised at all after seeing this that he and Donald Trump are such good friends. My philosophy would be one good prick deserves another. Okay? So you will, in some way, you'll end up feeling bad for Vince because he talks about being abused by his Anyway, he.
It's just the Mario.
I don't know, but she's loud. Okay. On one hand, it's hard to not feel bad for him because he was abused by his stepfather, that his mother turned a blind eye to, unfortunately. He was abused by his mother as well and did not know his real father, Vincent J. McMahon, until he was 12 years old. Vince was not just headed the company when Vince Sr. retired. Vince Sr. made him go through a series of steps to acquire the company. Not all that I can remember right now, but Vince will explain that when you watch the documentary. And this is what really surprised me. Vince Sr. never told his son that he loved him, ever, until somewhere from 3 to 5 minutes before he died. So Vince Sr. was on his deathbed before he ever told his son that he loved him. And between the abuse and not being told that he's loved, Vince obviously, as I guess what you would call a defense mechanism, developed a kind of thick-skinned, tough guy attitude, competitive, almost overly competitive attitude. And that is where the Mr. McMahon character, I believe, started to take form, because Mr. McMahon is just an exaggerated version, up another level of what Vince is. And you can obviously see that that's the case by the fact that he destroyed all his competition and bought out all his competition. It also affected his relationship with his children. He was very close to Stephanie. And is very close to Stephanie, but has a very strained relationship with Shane because Shane grew up feeling, and I guess still feels, like he has to one-up Vince in not only in business, but I guess in every aspect of life. We got just a brief glimpse into that when, with the Nitro Raw simulcast, when Shane said, "Surprise, Vince, I now own WCW." And that gave us just a little bit of a window into that. But that's not all for TV. That is true that Shane always felt like he had to prove himself to Vince, one-up Vince. Vince had a very hard time showing his children love as his father did to him. So in some way, you end up feeling bad for Vince at the end of this, but you take from it what you will, and that's just a little bit of a preview. Every current and former WWE superstar, every former WCW superstar, and even some old AWA names were interviewed for this. Vince talked about offering to buy Vern out, and Vern said, "No, I'm not ready to do that." So I think that was a big part of where the animosity or contention, whatever you want to call it, came from. At any rate, that's just a short view into, or synopsis into, the McMahon documentary. I thought it was going to be the first thing to stream live, but it actually went up at 3 o'clock Thursday morning. So if you get a chance to check that out, I would very highly recommend it. It's not an exaggeration to say you will learn a lot more than you ever expected.
Did
Now-
you tell them about MVP made his
Oh, yes.
debut
And-
last Wednesday night?
Last breaking news from this past Wednesday night, former WWE superstar Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP, made his AEW debut. So MVP is now the newest member of the AEW roster. With that, let's go back to SmackDown.
Implications on the line tonight in a championship a week from tomorrow in Atlanta at WWE Bad Blood. Special start time for that premium live event of 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific a week from Saturday. And you heard what Nia Jax said to Tiffany Stratton.
Well, if it starts at 6, I might watch a little bit with you because Collision doesn't start till 8.
We've never known Nia Jax to make anything resembling an idle threat, so Tiffany Stratton had better tread carefully. But how about this one, Cole? You got Naomi, you got Bayley. Bayley, the first ever women's Grand Slam champion.
It depends how late my
Naomi,
party
former
goes,
women's
too.
champion. All right, shoulders down.
That's true as well.
I think this one's going to come down to which of these two superstars is better able to compartmentalize the emotion of being in the ring with a good friend. You have to forget about that and focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, it's a great point emotionally. I mean, both of these women have been through it together, come to each other's aid over the past number of months and years even. And now these friends are battling it out for an opportunity to
Are we
championship
not?
and get
What is that?
by Bayley.
That white thing that's
Naomi
highlighted
has
on
only
the computer.
defeated
That's my
Bayley
pen.
one time via pinfall in her
But
career.
that- we're still live though, right?
Twice
Yeah.
tonight.
Okay.
See, the red is live.
A long drought for Naomi.
See right there, that's live.
Okay.
And the purple one is my pin and unpin.
You're pinning what?
Some people want to pin my messages.
Oh, okay. So we're still live.
Yeah,
So everything I just said was heard about the McMahon documentary. Right?
They still heard about the McMahon Corporation.
Yeah.
Well, this is what it means to both of these superstars. First off, Naomi. The last time she held singles gold, 2017. 7-year drought for Naomi here at WWE. And of course for Bayley, an opportunity. Up in the rear view did Naomi. And then knocked down by Bayley. For Bayley,
Oh, and next week for my last show, we're in Nashville.
For Bayley, for an opportunity to get the championship back for Nia Jax, who she lost to back at SummerSlam. And that loss at SummerSlam eats at Bayley each and every day. Again, we talk week after week about how much Bayley loves this business, how much Bayley cares about the women's division, and how it continues to improve. And Bayley lives to improve the division and help the other women on the roster. Bayley would love to accomplish more as champion again.
Hold on by Naomi. And a tip up by Naomi. And to your point, everything you say about Bayley is correct, but sometimes you've got to be a bit more selfish and think about yourself and the opportunities that she still has ahead of her in her career.
I completely agree with that assessment.
A 5-time champion, Bayley.
We're going to take it high. Whoa, over the top of that corporate plancha, taking Bayley out. Naomi in control. Who's heading to Bad Blood for a championship opportunity?
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess.
And we are back on Friday Night SmackDown, man. Naomi versus Bayley. The winner to face Nia Jax a week from tomorrow at Bad Blood for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley delivering the elbow and trying to climb back into this. Naomi Corey dominating during the commercial break. Naomi delivering an onslaught of offense to Bayley throughout the break, but Bayley able to capitalize in the moment. We look again at the springboard elbow delivered right to the heart of her best friend. That's what it takes to advance, to climb the mountain.
Bayley with the back suplex, and now Naomi rolling out of the ring. Bayley now suicide dive, takes Naomi out.
She wants to get back at Nia Jax, who took the women's championship number back at SummerSlam. Stakes incredibly high in this matchup. Bayley would love another chance to climb the mountain in the women's division review. That may be it now. It's women's combat blood and a kick out by Bayley at 2. Golden opportunity for Naomi.
Yeah, that is true. Were the stipulations in the match last week that if Bayley and
Naomi,
if Bayley and Naomi lost, that they wouldn't be back on SmackDown?
if one of them get lost,
Bayley would win that night by taking out Naomi, and now Naomi with the right hand, and Bayley as well, and now the blows extended so much for friendship, at least for this moment of the matchup.
More frequently you compete against any other superstar, the more familiar you become, and it could be arguable that each match after that becomes more difficult.
Couple of kicks, stunning Bayley, dropping her to her knees. Naomi now looking to put things away. To take Bayley out. First goes Bayley. Naomi looking to advance and become the #1 contender.
do you know that a card tire looks like Uno cards?
I know. I was just thinking that too. That just like 5 seconds before you said that, that occurred to me.
See, we got Uno for glove.
Does Naomi have what it takes to seal the deal? Great crowd here tonight in Oklahoma City. Naomi and Bayley battling out for an opportunity to win the championship.
How many matches do we need with Carmelo Hayes and Andrade?
Yeah, I know. I was just starting to wonder that too. I thought that last week. Haven't they fought like 6 times right now?
Using your relent, hanging on now into a front facelock position, hoisting Bayley up again.
And Bayley now able to reverse it. Send Naomi face first. What a physical battle here tonight on SmackDown.
That was just sheer will from Bayley.
And Bayley up over the top. Didn't get all of it, but it was effective.
Effective enough, but Bayley might have damaged her own feet or ankles.
Covered by Bayley, hook of the leg. Naomi just barely gets the shoulder up at 2.
It's a risky proposition for Bayley every
A
time.
good shoulders down and a kick out.
Every time she tries to deliver that sunset flip into the turnbuckles because you're taking your eye off of the target. You're flying blind for just a fraction of a second, and that can end catastrophically.
And Bayley trying to fire herself up. You saw senior official Charles Robinson checking in on Naomi moments ago. Bayley trying to determine what she needs to do to put Naomi away. Yo, belly to belly, counter by Naomi. Kick caught Bayley in the side of the face. Now into the corner, face first goes Bayley. Naomi gonna climb to the top. Looking for a win here tonight on SmackDown. Naomi rolls through, lands at her feet. Bayley catches her belly to belly.
Just goes to show you the respect Bayley has for
And I think that Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley might be joining Raw or SmackDown too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, because after all, there are former Impact.
You think or you know for sure?
I know for sure.
It's already been announced?
Let me check.
Truly a fantastic effort by both superstars. But in the end, Bayley able to remind everyone why she is a multiple-time champion. First, the Bayley to belly, planting Naomi, but not going for the cover. Bayley saying it's going to take a little more, a little extra, in the form of a flying elbow drop right on the money. And Bayley has earned herself an opportunity to challenge Nia Jax.
Okay, so we
week from
got
tomorrow.
Pentagon Jr.
And Bad Blood.
Oh, an actor. They're going to be in the main roster.
Of
Raw or SmackDown for the Lucha Brothers, along with Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay, is this a video game or the
Actual show.
Oh, they really are. Like they sign new contracts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first I thought you were talking about a video game.
No.
Yeah, she takes on Nia Jax a week from tomorrow.
The last time they were in Impact Wrestling was back in 2022.
Yeah, they did
issue.
I think they did one, maybe two matches in AEW too. Or City Machine Guns.
Not Chris Sabin, but I think Al Shelley was in a WWE once when he teamed up with Kushida.
I mean, I respect that. But where I come from, a real man shakes someone's hands to show respect. And you?
Yeah.
You lost my respect. You gotta be kidding. Oh! That's something I assume. Come on. Carmelo Hayes blindsiding the United States champion, LA Knight. Well, coming up next, it is match number 6 between.
I hate it when they always go to the. It's like match number 6. We already have match 1, 2, 3, and 5 for them.
Oh, wait. You know what? I just realized this now.
What?
You know what they're doing?
What's up?
You may not be old enough to remember this, but in the NWA, they had a best of 7 series between Nikita Koloff and Magnum TA for the U.S. Championship. In 2001, they had a best of 7 series between Booker T and I forget who the fuck it was. Anyway, Booker T and somebody else for the U.S. Championship. So that's what this is, another best of 7 series. Although the U.S. champion is L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing this for.
Wait a minute. Didn't Booker T had a best of 7 match with Chris Benoit?
That's what it was, Booker T and Chris Benoit.
It wasn't in 2001. It was in 2005 or 6 before he died.
Was it? Yeah, well, obviously it was before he died. But oh, that's another thing. They also get into Owen Hart, Eddie Guerrero, and Chris Benoit in the McMahon documentary. Where was I? Yeah, so that's what this is. Although they were fighting for the U.S. Championship, I don't get what they're fighting for here.
Didn't Sheamus and Claudio Castagnoli have the best of 7 match?
I don't remember that. Maybe they did. I just don't remember. Although I would bet you anything that when Carmelo and Andrade have their match right now, L.A. Knight is going to do something to fuck it up. That's why they had him attacked, so that he'd have a reason to come out there. Just watch.
I'm probably going to have a light snack or something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
The hairstylist had to say, people have accused me of like trying to sabotage her. I'm not here for sabotage. I mean, how dramatic, right? Like the idea that the woman came forward and like felt like she needed to defend it publicly. Like, of course, Megan would always like clap back at people and be like, you know, whatever, I'm gonna do whatever I want with my hair. There's so little that I can enjoy in life right now during the pandemic and during lockdown and with a baby. Like, I'm gonna have fun with my hair.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, and then it's just been more complicated than it should be because there's all the cultural appropriation complaints saying, like, you know, okay, these are hairstyles you would normally see like on Black women and, you know, the braids and things like that. Like, well, why are we choosing these particular styles?
She must like the controversy. I mean, that's what I think. It's like, because if you didn't, you would just phase it out, right? Like, she leaned into it hard.
Oh, yeah. And now, I mean, she's leaning out completely. So what do we know is next for her?
Yeah, it's really unclear at this point. It's like not totally sure, but it's like I found it a little bit interesting to see her colleagues kind of sending her off with the teeniest bit of shade. Like if you watch the clip where it's like they basically emphasized that her dad had begged them to have her on the show in the first place, and that's why they hired her. That he had told them, "You'll learn to love her. She's a pain in the ass, but you'll learn to love her." And that, by the way, I'll just say that might all be true, but it strikes me as a little uncharitable to emphasize that distinctly and for several minutes on end.
That is not the send off that I would want. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, like you said, she has a new baby, so she has her hands full. So we know in the immediate future she has lots to do. Charlotte, thank you so much.
Thank you, Janine.
Next up, my one-on-one with Mary J. Blige. Stay tuned.
With Amex Platinum, you can really be in the now. Access to Resi Priority Notified. Yes. 4 p.m. checkout with hotels and resorts booked through Amex Travel. We needed this. And dedicated card member entrances at select events. Let's go. Means you can focus on the present moment. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex. Card member entrance access not limited to Amex Platinum Card.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. With over 122 million parts, you can make sure your number one ride or die stays running smoothly. Brake kits, LED headlights, bumpers, whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time. Plus, at these prices, you're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only, exclusions apply.
A privilege and an honor, MJB, Mary J. Blige, guys. The initials, the name says it all. She is the indisputable queen of hip hop and R&B, someone I've loved since I wrote my big sister's What's the 411 cassette disc. I played it so much. And we are learning so much more about the woman behind the superstar, thanks to her new documentary with Amazon Studios titled My Life. The same name as her hit 1994 sophomore album. It takes you through her journey and the trials she faced growing up in the housing projects in New York City, to how she became an icon, both in spite of and because of all she's overcome. So first off, thank yous are in order. Thank you for What's the 411, for I'm Going Down, for Not Gonna Cry, for Just Fine, for, that time you sang What Child Is This with Andrea Bocelli, for just all of those many, many moments in my life that were touched by your music. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for supporting me. So you've always been so real in your music, of course, but what motivated you to give access like this into your life in this way, in a documentary?
Well, the documentary is about the My Life album. I had a fan base before, What's the 411, but not like this My Life thing, because, when I went to write it, I was in so much pain and I was going through so much hell and trauma in my mind. And when I was writing the album and singing the album, it was for me to free myself from so many things. But I had no idea, because you have the sophomore jinx, and I was nervous all the way around, and I didn't know what the album was going to do, and I didn't think it was going to do anything. I mean, it blew me away how many people responded and say, Mary, we going through it too. Oh my God, too. I was like, and I couldn't even handle it because I was still in hell. So, and you have to go back to where the trauma came from. And I felt like it's time to do that, because I've been through some of the worst stuff you could think about in public, period, right up to recently, and just in my lifetime. And it's gonna hurt, but it's nothing to go back for my fans. Just like I go on, when I'm on stage, I relive it again. So it's nothing to go back and actually talk about it and let them see and hear where so much pain came from.
I mean, I watched it last night, and you get to see little Mary and hear about what she was like and what she went through. And just going into this, were you nervous at all about going back to that time? And if so, what did it take for you to get into the headspace to give that to everyone?
took me some time to want to even do this documentary. So this was the right time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is this was painful. It was painful going back. It was painful to visit that little girl again and to see her again, and see her just so lost and in so much pain. And then to see her as a teenager and to see her as a young adult in the music business. And I had to do it because the My Life album was extremely important to millions of people. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to go through the pain so somebody else can change or grow. And that's been my job since I was 5 years old. Obviously, you always, I went through, so I'm like, why am I going through so much? Why? And God was like, well, this is why I needed you to do this,
Yeah. Well, music critics always talk about just being able to hear the beauty and the pain in your voice. And Diddy talks about that in the doc. And in it, you share some just truly heartbreaking moments like you're talking about being abused as a child and just how you struggled with thoughts of not even wanting to be alive anymore, which none of your fans can imagine. So what would you say has been the biggest saving grace? What got you through?
Just pushing, just not having a choice. Like, I think the fans kind of helped save me because when they said Me Too on the My Life album, I think subconsciously I was like, oh, I can't kill myself now. All these people, somebody's gonna come behind me because people were too die hard and strong and emotional about this album. And so I believe in my subconscious. I was like, I can't now. I gotta thug this out. I gotta push through. So I just kept pushing and pushing, no matter how hard it got, no matter how ugly it got. I did all kind of drugs and alcohol to quiet down the you'll never, you're not this, you're horrible. It was all your fault. It was your fault. So it was years and years and years and years of that, to the point where it's like every day still, it's not as bad as it was. I'm in a great, great place, but I have to fight for my freedom and my happiness every single day because that was some heavy imprisonment,
Yeah, oh my goodness. And just even just the details of sharing your journey in the spotlight. People are looking at you in fame. You're in this relationship with Casey, and it might look all good from the outside, but you were going through so much in that relationship. When you shared that, was that news to some people even in your circle of what you were going through?
It may have been. I mean, my family, my mother didn't really know what was going on, because I was afraid to tell my mother because, it's your mother, they're not going to take that, but my sister knew a little bit. My nieces and nephews and some of my family members did not know that I was living in that hell, like that we were physically fighting and it was dark and things that was happening. They didn't know. The fans really didn't know what was physically happening either. They saw what they saw, was videos or whatever they may have ran up on, but nobody knew that the fame had consumed both of us.
Yeah, but I have to say, you see so many high points in the film too. Like when you and Anita Baker sing together, she and her Rapture album was, of course, a huge influence on you. It was her Rhythm of Love album for me, I have to say. But also just so many accolades, 9 Grammy Awards. So take me into a moment where you felt the most loved and appreciated.
Man, I feel the most loved and appreciated when I'm at the Essence Festival.
Oh yeah,
I feel loved and appreciated, and just at my concerts, like in the key markets, New Orleans, New York,
and you just had you see a moment like that in the documentary celebrating 25 years of my life, and just the love, you sitting down there and crying, it's so moving. I want to ask you, you share so much in the doc, but there's still some you keep close to the vest. Like the documentary mentions your scar, the scar under your left eye, but you never really talked about where that came from. Why is that?
Because it's nobody's business. I can't. Some things you just can't.
Yeah.
It was that tragic. You just can't.
Wow. So music seems like it's been such a saving grace, but have you ever wanted to walk away? It seems like it pulled you back when you needed to be pulled back, but have you ever wanted to just not?
Yeah, there was a time when I was in that marriage where I was being told,
I'm gonna go grab my blanket because
I was being told I was washed up by this person and I'm fat and old and my fans are old and they don't like you no more. Your fans don't like you. And so I began to believe some of these things, and I was like, oh well, I might as well throw in the towel because that's what this person wanted me to believe. and think, and I'm actually using years of that to the point where it's like every day still, it's not as bad as it was. I'm in a great place, but I have to fight for my freedom and my happiness every single day because that was too heavy imprisonment, you know?
Yeah, oh my goodness. And just even just the details of sharing your journey in the spotlight. People are looking at you in fame.
You're on stage, I relive it again. So it's nothing to go back and actually talk about it and let them see and hear where so much pain came from.
I mean, I watched it last night, and you get to see little Mary and hear about what she was like and what she went through. And just going into this,
All right,
were you nervous at all about going back to that time? And is there a way to take for you to get into the headspace to get?
Come back to Friday Night SmackDown on USA.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing the Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes.
You know, so much animosity, so much jealousy, competitiveness, fights and brawls. You saw what happened just a few moments ago. Carmelo Hayes blindsided the United States champion LA Knight. What began as a chance interaction mid-match several months back at Money in the Bank has led to this point for the 6th time. This is what happened last week between Hayes and Andrade.
Put the fries in the bag, bro.
You know, every time I hear that low voice, I keep expecting to hear NWO, because that's how that started too. See? Now, what did you say? You're cold? I feel that I'm cold every day.
I know they like the house cold, but I usually cover up.
I know. That's why Alicia got the heater that's back there.
Against Carmelo Hayes. Hey, the 2024 WWE Photogenic trading cards are available now. Shop your favorite WWE superstar and trade with friends. Go to CanadianAmerican.com for more information.
Oh, those are cool. I used to. The ones I had were from the 80s, but
I actually understand what Andrade is feeling. Andrade tried to show respect to LA Knight, and in return, got disrespected. That's going to drive Andrade. That's going to motivate Andrade to get through Carmelo Hayes so he can get back to LA Knight. With all due respect to LA Knight, he did try to go for a fist bump. And there's a drop kick by Andrade as we start things off in this one-on-one matchup.
Fist bump for one thing, a handshake, man to man, that's what respect is all about. I fist bumped about 11 kids walking in the ring tonight. I don't care about any of them.
And if you don't care about anybody. And listen, here's the deal. If you're wondering why Carmelo Hayes attacked LA Knight moments ago, it's because of what LA Knight said last week. Here we go. And Andrade into the corner, and Carmelo Hayes. Again, these two know each other so well. LA Knight said, I'm still the champion. Melo's been chirping. He blew his chance. I'm moving on. Don't care anymore about these two guys. Hayes took exception to that and obviously assaulted LA Knight moments ago. Listen, I think Carmelo Hayes has got to be feeling, oh my goodness! Wow! Both men in trouble. This match continues. I hope.
Stay ahead of your
oh,
child.
we're gonna start doing this shit now too? Jesus Christ.
Stay in Vegas. The NASCAR playoffs continue in Kansas on USA.
And we are back live on Friday Night SmackDown. This action, as you see, commercial break, hot and heavy. Carmelo Hayes taking out Andrade. Here's the cover. Looking for the win. Kicked out by Andrade.
Andrade has a 3-2 lead in this series. This went down just before the commercial break. Tremendous impact on the hardest part of the ring, out of the apron. The fact that Carmelo was able to recover and now take control of this matchup cannot be overlooked. And a flashy, agile, athletic, smooth Carmelo Hayes in control. Both of these superstars, former NXT champions. And speaking of NXT, next week is coming Tuesday. NXT makes its debut on the CW live from Chicago. CM Punk will be there, the special guest referee for the NXT Championship match. It's Tuesday at 8/7 Central. Visit the CW.com/NXT for more. Both of these superstars understand that it's not what you've done in the past.
If that's on the CW, I wonder then what's going to be on USA Tuesday
Carmelo,
night.
since being a first-round draft pick, realize you've got to figure out a way to separate yourself from the pack. And that's when this rivalry began. And not just the first-round draft pick, the third overall pick in the entire draft. Now both men down, center of the ring. And if you don't think being picked that early in the draft comes with a tremendous amount of pressure, just ask Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo understands that there are certain expectations of him here in WWE. And
What are
Hayes
the
knows
2 dates of
he has to
WrestleMania next year?
step up to get them. And he's been able to handle the pressure throughout his career. A NXT Breakout Tournament winner back in 2021, former 2-time North American champion, former NXT champion. Andrade delivering an elbow. And now Andrade, a dragon screw, takes down Carmelo Hayes. Take out the leg, take out the speed. Oh! First 48
April
by
19th
Hayes.
and
Cover
April
on
20th,
Andrade.
Saturday and
Hook to the
Sunday.
leg and a kick out.
Okay.
Talk about from out of nowhere.
There's a reason I'm
Unbelievable wherewithal by
I'll
Hayes
get
to
to that in a
execute the
minute.
first 48 as a defensive maneuver. Double knees right in the grill of Andrade, and now Hayes with a chance to make something big happen. And it looks like Carmelo knows that. Carmelo Hayes with an opportunity. It digs deep in his claw, the fact that he has not been able to take the lead in this series against Andrade. And now Melo to the corner. Double knees, nobody home. Andrade moves out of harm's way again. Carmelo favoring that leg. Andrade picking up the pace. Down goes Melo. And Carmelo learning the hard way. That was not the time to get cute. That was not the time to make a statement. This matchup is still back and forth. But now Andrade looking to rip control away. And kept up by the third generation superstar.
19th and 20th, you said.
Andrade. Big Carmelo Hayes about to see shadows. And into the corner. Covered by Andrade. Looks for the win. From the leg.
Chris, I think that match number 1 for either Saturday or Sunday is John Cena versus Tutankhamun.
Next one. I would think they would save that for the very end.
For night 1 and night 2.
I would think they would save that for the last match on night 2. That would make more sense, so that they have time to build up to it.
Oh, down goes Andrade. Cover for the win. Gotta know. My goodness. How did Andrade kick out? Hayes can't believe it. This match continues. We rate page 1 of the next.
It's Mondays at 11.
The NASCAR playoffs continue in Kansas on USA.
Andrade climbing to the top rope. Andrade up high. Carmelo Hayes to the apron and forces Andrade to lose his balance. Corey, this has been an incredible match between these two uber athletes. A seesaw battle from the opening bell. Neither athlete able to sustain much of an advantage. It has been back and forth. Who will come out on top? Hayes now with Andrade in trouble. Both men climbing up the ropes. That is Carmelo Hayes planning here. Official Jason Ayers with a front row seat for this one. Andrade blocks, Hayes blocking as well. Shot to the rib cage, and another one by Andrade. Headbutt by Andrade. Hayes is down. Andrade now with an opportunity. Can he capitalize? Andrade extremely capable and comfortable from the top rope. The Got that lucha background. Andrade! Got him on the second time! Cover! Hook of the leg! Check out by Hayes! Incredible sequence, and you can see the frustration on the face of Andrade.
Pinpoint accuracy on the second attempt at the moonsault from Andrade, but it just wasn't quite enough to keep Hayes down for 3.
These two superstars are absolutely magical together. And the WWE fans here in Oklahoma City and also watching around the world and on social media on X, they agree. Andrade and Hayes putting on a show here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown.
For the 6th consecutive match, these two are setting the world on fire. And Andrade feels like he's getting a little closer to victory.
Hayes will land on his feet. Andrade set across the ring. Hayes with his quickness now. Andrade taken down.
Facebuster by Hayes.
And Hayes now. Oh, down goes Andrade. Cover by Hayes for the win. Oh, and a kick out by Andrade.
Oh, I hate to do this, but if Carmelo Hayes hooks this leg a little deeper with both legs instead of mugging for the camera, Carmelo Hayes would be your winner right now.
Yeah, but that's what Carmelo Hayes is all about. That's why he's him. That's how he lives his life. The flashy and a braggadocious attitude. Mellow, don't miss. All the catchphrases. That's what Hayes is all about.
Well, right now, Hayes needs to ask himself the question, would I rather be him or would I rather be a champion in WWE? Hayes, that's what it comes down to.
Hayes now top rope Andrade. I think Hayes may have been going for nothing but net. Andrade realizing it, able to cut off Hayes on the top rope.
I'm telling you, I think that last near fall is going to come back to bite Carmelo Hayes. Andrade looking for the home run here.
Both men perched high above the ring. Top rope. Andrade looking to hook here.
Here we go.
From high above. Oh my goodness. What a counter.
That's got to do it. Can Hayes make the cover?
Hayes turned that into a swinging neck breaker. Cover now. Kick out at toe. This is absolutely incredible. Hayes can't believe it. What does he have to do? Watch this counter, Corey.
I don't know that I have ever seen this counter into a cutter of some sort from mid-air. A driving Andrade face first in the center of the canvas.
Crowd here in the city. Over the is a counter by Carmelo Hayes. Up to the top rope again for Hayes. Andrade back to his feet. Hayes now. Nobody home. Has to roll through. Andrade. Collision. Both men down.
Good night. Wow.
And Hayes rolling out of the ring may have saved himself there.
Credit where it's due. That was a move that was wise beyond Carmelo Hayes' years. It may have been purely instinctual to roll under the bottom rope to the safety of the outside. Give himself a few seconds to try to gain his wits.
Yeah, I think it was just his momentum, Corey, that carried him out of the ring.
It may have been.
And now at a count of 5, Carmelo Hayes trying to...
See? What did I tell you?
You're right.
Hayes attacked in the locker room area moments ago. The United States champion, LA Knight, coming out for some revenge. Hayes into the ring. Big kick by Andrade.
Don't go starting fires if you don't want to see the fire brigade.
And now Hayes busting Andrade in another. Oh, shoulders down. Hayes got it. We're knotting at 3 minutes apiece. Here is your winner, Carmelo Hayes. Hayes took advantage.
Credit to Carmelo Hayes. He saw the slightest opportunity and capitalized.
And Andrade is not pleased. Well, this week, LA Knight wanted to finally shake Andrade's hand, and Andrade wanted nothing to do with it. I completely understand Andrade's frustration after coming up short last week. Andrade clearly thinks that LA Knight factored in to the loss that Andrade himself just suffered. But let's not get lost in the sauce, as LA Knight likes to say. Carmelo Hayes just knotted this thing up in 3 matches apiece.
Hey, General Manager Aldis, we've got to have a 7th match of this series, right? We have to. 3-3, Hayes and Andrade. But we kicked off Friday Night SmackDown tonight with Solo Sikoa, the self-proclaimed tribal chief of the Bloodline.
Covered for the surgery, and now he's never forget.
Kevin, I can feel it. I know there's a problem. We need to talk.
Yeah, we do need to talk, but not now. We have this match in like a half hour. We'll talk some other time. We got to focus on this.
Hey, we need to talk.
Dude, I just said not now. Okay, look, Cody, we will talk, just not now. I'm gonna go put my gear on, okay? And dude, just do me a favor. Don't come out there tonight. Just stay back here. You've got your match of Bad Blood. You focus on that. I'll see you later. All right.
Listen, Cody, I know we said not to get involved in our match tonight, but if the Targans come out, it's going to be 4-on-2, and we can't have that. Listen, you're going to be back here watching. If we need the help, I would love you to come in and help us out there. All right, I'm going to go talk to Kev. All right? Thank you.
Well, as we get set for our main event later on tonight, Mission gets set to do battle with Piper Niven. Next week, she got a dumpster match with Piper's buddy Chelsea Green. Looks to build momentum next on Friday Night SmackDown.
People is the main event. USA Scare Tactics series premiere next Friday at 10. Set your DVR.
The party's on its way, and it promises to be quite a bash. This December.
I'm actually glad this is coming
Your
back.
Saturday obsession is back. WWE Saturday night's main event on Long Island. Tickets on sale now.
I've been down. I got back up. You know
AJ Styles
It's
is
going to be
returning.
a phenomenal Friday Night SmackDown next week in Nashville. The return of AJ Styles.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Fontana, California, Michin.
Michin's a young lady who has spent plenty of time learning from the phenomenal AJ Styles. I bet AJ's keeping an eye on this one.
Yeah, Michin will be in Nashville next week in a dumpster match.
Are you going to keep your composure this week?
Against
You were all
Chelsea
over my
Green.
Instagram feed this week.
Well, WWE Bad Blood is presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Go to MorganWWE.com for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Royal Rumble, $2,000. And by Wendy's new Saucy Nugs. Take the nugs you love and sauce them up in 7 bold flavors like honey barbecue or garlic parm. Try them all today for a whole new way to nug. It's got to be Wendy's.
And your opponent, accompanied by Chelsea Green. From Ayrshire, Scotland, Piper Niven.
There she is, the WWE's version of the Chicago White Sox, Chelsea Green.
That was a low blow, Cole. I hope Chelsea Green files a complaint with management about you.
Well, let's show you what happened and why we have this match. This is from SmackDown Throwdown on Peacock last week.
Give us some more insight.
And it smells to high heaven.
I'm not sure what the point of the trash can at ringside this week is.
It to symbolize what's going on. Don't forget SmackDown Lowdown Live after SmackDown on Peacock. Nonetheless, Chelsea Green obviously trying to find out what's in that garbage can.
Well, okay, I'll call the match, Cole. Me, Chin, and Piper did beautiful dropping. You investigate the trash can.
Chelsea's been doing some dumpster diving this week, I think, to get ready for the dumpster match next week.
You have a book full of these?
Oh, and Piper. That's an ancient survival. What is in that trash can, Chelsea? It smells terrible. Get some perfume or something out here.
She said you smell terrible, Cole. There's a boot to the
What they
job.
say about trashy women.
Cole, I've had enough of your trash jokes. Look at this athleticism by Me Chin taking down Piper Niven.
He said trash.
Meechin is fired up tonight. Piper Niven.
Look at this.
Play Meechin.
Like a trash compactor. See, I was saving these for next week. Nobody home for Piper Niven.
I wish somebody would put Chelsea in a garbage disposal.
Oh my goodness.
Chelsea calls it and a cannonball.
Do you realize?
I don't think I've ever seen a garbage person dressed like that.
I have never seen trash gloves look so fashionable.
Hello.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Feed it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. And BK, having your way.
Yeah, we are back live on Friday Night SmackDown. That is a trash can full of trash with Chelsea Green carried down to the ring. Meanwhile, Chelsea's buddy Piper Niven in a match one-on-one with Meechin tonight. Of course, Meechin and Chelsea in a dumpster match next week here on SmackDown. Meechin about driven out of the ring by Piper Niven.
That is if Meechin can make it to Nashville next week. Here we go.
Piper into the corner of that big cannonball.
This could do it for Meechin. Think about what's at stake next week, Cole. A dumpster match. How humiliating that could potentially be for the loser. Either Meechin or, God forbid, Chelsea Green. To be turned into a living Oscar the Grouch meme. To be mocked by the internet eternally.
I think the last time we had a dumpster match, the internet didn't even exist here in WWE. Wow, and a big elbow by Meechin fighting back against Piper Niven, but to your point, embarrassing, humiliating. And you got to beat your opponent down to the point where you can actually put them in the dumpster. That's how you win.
Meechin right now trying to chop down Piper Niven, the powerhouse, but Niven puts the brakes on the backdrop attempt.
And Piper trying to hang on. Going through now. And Meechin up over the top. And wow! Crucifix bomb by Meechin. Shoulders. Now they're down. Great work by Jessica Carr, the official, on the kick out by Piper.
That was incredible and lucky by Meechin, who was able to shift her weight and take another look at this. Drive Piper Niven down in a crucifix driver position so high on Niven's shoulders that Piper technically wasn't being pinned for a moment. Great call by Jess Carr.
Yeah, Piper looked like she was going for a patented black hole slam, and Meechin turned things around. And now Meechin and caught. Oh, that spinning sidewalk slam covered by Piper for the win, and a kick out by Meechin.
Oh, that was close.
Meechin with great resilience here tonight in his battle against Piper Niven. We made a lot, Corey, over the past number of months about Meechin and her ability and her path to be a hardcore competitor.
And I think Meechin has finally found her wheelhouse here on SmackDown, and it served her extremely well. Again, we mentioned the tutelage of not only AJ Styles, but Anderson and Gallows in the past. Meechin is a student of the game, but she finally found out where to thrive.
And the dumpster match will be right up her alley, so to speak, next week. And Piper doesn't take her out right here. Meechin goes out of harm's way. Piper in trouble. And Meechin has Piper where she wants her for. But Too powerful. Oh! It's an Oku driver by Niven for the win. Kick out. My goodness. A testament to the toughness of Lee Chin. We've got Ms. Green out here with the.
If you didn't hear what they said a few minutes ago, a week from tonight on my last broadcast, AJ Styles returns next week to SmackDown.
Trained together, they've traveled the world and competed together. Former tag team champions. Sure. Now Nation fighting back.
I hope everybody will come to your birthday party.
If you didn't realize that she's going to have to step it up a little and take on somebody. Oh, that's big right. Drives Nation out of the ring. And now Chelsea Green is distracting the official. And now Piper Niven. Oh, cannonball into the garbage can. The garbage can's been flushed. And a big move by Me Chin takes down Chelsea. And Piper now into the ring. Me Chin with beat the feet. Piper in trouble. Cover by Me Chin. The win. Here is your winner, Me Chin. Well, this could not put Chelsea Green's mind at ease. 1 week out
Sounds like a thing.
in Nashville next week.
Welcome to
So
New Chin.
imagine how embarrassing, how humiliating it would be if Chelsea gets thrown into a dumpster. Do you want me to get more animated, Cole, like you did last week? It could be humiliating and embarrassing. I think it would be absolutely great. I bet to watch Chelsea Green planted in a dumpster next week in Trashville. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week's shaping up to be quite the Friday night SmackDown. It's the last SmackDown before Bad Blood, and we are in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, right here on the USA Network. And you mentioned it, it all goes down 7 nights from tonight. Me Chin, who has been on a tear lately and isn't afraid to get a little hardcore, will. And a stretch of 8 nights of high-pressure stakes for the Bloodline begins next. It is our main event. Solo Jacob against Orton and Owens live on SmackDown.
Wait a minute, did I miss something? Okay, no, I didn't miss anything.
Back and coming to Atlanta, and so are we. Your WWE Tag Team Champions will be bringing the party and hosting one of WWE's most spectacular premium live events. The biggest superstars in the game have been holding some grudges, and it's time for them to settle those scores in the ring. And while they'll finally be getting their lick back, we'll be there to enjoy every second with you. And who knows, maybe we'll even have some surprise VIP gifts. That's right, we're taking ATL by storm. And it's going to be the biggest party of the year because next week, the strongest, the fastest, the baddest are hosting Bad Blood.
Look, I just wanted to say sorry about what happened earlier.
You ain't sorry. You happy you beat me.
Yeah, but we both really wanted that match, and I just wanted to say,
And I would be too if I would have won.
whoo, I'm a little nervous. Yeah.
No, but you deserve this. And, you're going to go on the Bad Blood and get the WWE Championship back. And when you do, it's all good because we're going to run this back one more time.
All right. That's a deal. Yeah.
I love you. I love you too.
Ow, on my back. No, ow. Aww.
Oh,
Looks like you won't be facing Nia at Bad Blood. And while you're sitting doing nothing with your pathetic little friends hosting, you'll have the perfect view of Nia destroying Bailey.
Well, since Nia will be dealing with Bailey, that means her little sidekick will be free to catch a beat down in the ring. I think I'm gonna go talk to Aldous about making this match next week. That'll definitely cheer me up. Toodles!
SmackDown next week turning into one heck of a show. It's time now for our main event.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 242 pounds, Kevin Owens.
You know, Corey, it really got to Kevin Owens earlier tonight. Solo Sikoa said to Cody Rhodes, hey, you have to team up with Roman because your buddies Kevin Owens and Randy Orton couldn't help you out in your battles with the bloodline. The good news for Kevin Owens is it led him to this point where KO gets to do what he does best, just keep fighting. A little catharsis for KO in the form of tag team action.
And his opponent, his tag team partner, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 290 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Oh, let's not forget, the Viper Randy Orton nearly lost his career at the hands of the bloodline. Randy Orton knows exactly what is being felt by Kevin Owens, what is being felt by many members of the locker room who are questioning Cody's decision to align himself with Roman Reigns. That said, Orton's focused on the task at hand tonight. And Randy Orton did tell Cody Rhodes that you're someone I can trust. I have no problem with you teaming with Roman Reigns and Bad Blood unless you make it a problem. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens team up to take on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Main event action live next on Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, okay. So I guess they must still be on commercial.
Give back to everyone. It took me some time to want to even do this documentary, so this was the right time to do it. The only thing is this was painful. It was painful going back. It was painful to visit that little girl again and to see her again, to see her just so lost and in so much pain, and then to see her as a teenager and to see her as a young adult in the music business. And I had to do it because the My Life album was extremely important to millions of people. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to go through the pain so somebody else can change or grow. And that's been my job since I was 5 years old. Obviously, you always want, I went through, it's not like, why am I going through so much? Why? And God was like, well, this is why I needed you to do this,
Yeah. Well, music critics always talk about just being able to hear the beauty and the pain in your voice. And Diddy talks about that in the doc. And in it, you share some just truly heartbreaking moments, like you're talking about being abused as a child and just how you struggled with thoughts of not even wanting to be alive anymore, which none of your fans can imagine. So what would you say has been the biggest saving grace? What got you through?
Just pushing, just not having a choice. I think the fans kind of helped save me because when they said Me Too on the My Life album, I say subconsciously, I was like, oh, I can't kill myself now. All these people thought somebody's gonna come behind me because they were too dark. People were too die hard and strong and emotional about this album. And so I believe in my subconscious. I was like, I can't. I gotta throw this out. I gotta push through. So I just kept pushing and pushing, no matter how hard it got, no matter how ugly it got. I did all kind of drugs and alcohol to quiet down the you'll never, you're not this, you're horrible. It was all your fault. It was your fault. So it was years and years and years and years of that, to the point where it's like every day still, it's not as bad as it was. I'm in a great place, but I have to fight for my freedom and my happiness every single day, because that was so heavy imprisonment, you know.
Yeah, oh my goodness. And just even just the details of sharing your journey in the spotlight. People are looking at you in fame. You're in this relationship with Casey, and it might look all good from the outside, but you were going through so much in that relationship. When you shared that, was that news to some people even in your circle of what you were going through?
It may have been. I mean, my family, you know, my mother didn't really know what was going on, you know, because I couldn't even tell my mother, because, you know, it's your mother, they're not going to take that, but, you know, my sister knew a little bit. My nieces and nephews and, you know, some of my family members did not know that I was living in that hell, like that we were physically fighting and it was dark and, you know, things that was happening. They didn't know. The fans really didn't know what was physically happening either. They saw what they saw, you know, those videos or whatever they may have ran up on, but nobody knew that, you know, the fame had consumed both of us.
Yeah, but I have to say, you see so many high points in the film too. Like when you and Anita Baker sing together, she and her Rapture album was, of course, a huge influence on you. It was her Rhythm of Love album for me, I have to say. But also just so many accolades, 9 Grammy Awards. So take me into a moment where you felt the most loved and appreciated.
Man, I feel the most loved and appreciated when I'm at the Essence Festival. Oh yeah, I feel loved and appreciated, and just want, you know, at my concerts, like, you know, in the key markets, you know, New Orleans, New York.
And you just had you see a moment like that in the documentary celebrating 25 years of my life, and just the love, you sitting down there and crying is so moving. I want to ask you, you share so much in the doc, but there's still some you keep close to the vest. Like the documentary mentions your scar, the scar under your left eye, but you never really talked about where that came from. Why is that?
Because it's nobody's business. I can't. Some things just, you just can't.
Yeah.
It is that tragic. You just can't.
Wow. So music seems like it's been such a saving grace, but have you ever wanted to walk away? It seems like it pulled you back when you needed to be pulled back, but have you ever wanted to just not?
Yeah, there was a time when I was in that marriage where I was being told that I was done, and I was being told that I was washed up by this person, and I'm fat and old, and my fans are old, and they don't like you no more. Your fans don't like you. And so I began to believe some of these things, and I was like, oh, well, I might as well throw in the towel, because that's what this person wanted me to believe and think. And I actually almost started thinking that until I was out and I ran into a woman, and she was like, please don't stop doing what you're doing. It helped me to realize that this person was trying to take away everything that he didn't even give me. You know, the more testimonies I get from the fans, the more it made me, you know, just push me, because I was ready to forget. I was like, maybe I am done. And I was looking in the mirror and said, yeah, maybe I am done. Maybe I am one. No. Maybe I'm not pretty as whatever he wants to tell.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that woman stepped in. If it wasn't her, it would have been me, Mary. Thank you. And Apollo's Walk of Fame just happened. All of these wonderful accolades. You've done so much. Thank you. Tell me just the last question. How are you feeling now, today? How are you?
I feel good. I feel content. You know, I don't feel like, oh, everything is excellent. I just feel content knowing that life is going to have challenges still. I still have challenges, but I can face my challenges because I have developed some love for myself.
That was Mary J. Blige. For more on her, head over to people.com and pick up a copy of this week's issue of People to read my story. All right, it's time for something to make you smile. I don't know about you, the twins always make me smile. I don't know what it is, it's a thing. And there's a pair in Nashville that are even more connected than most these days. Sarah Sharp was diagnosed with a rare gynecological cancer in 2018 and needed an emergent hysterectomy. The surgery meant she would not be able to have any more children. So her fraternal twin sister, Kathy Stoner, decided to stand in the gap to help make her dreams of motherhood come true again. And they did. Kathy is due to give birth to her sister's child, a baby boy named John Ryder, in August. Here's what Sarah told People about the sweet connection she has with her sister's kids.
I feel like they're like an extension of me. Like I feel I care about them just as much.
Now the sisters even host a women's health podcast together called Talk to Me Sister. These two are taking #twinning to a whole new level. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. What's your emergency? You said B?
He's so good at drinking. The new Intercontinental Champion.
Eastern, 3 Pacific, a week from tomorrow night. And tonight, Randy
What's
Orton
that
and Kevin
for
Owens
for your birthday,
look
Michael?
to take out Solo
My mom
and
is
Jacob
gonna,
Fatu.
she's gonna get 2 cakes, 1 chocolate, 1 vanilla. I don't know if that's still what they're gonna do, but
And her opponents, representing the bloodline, Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa.
Corey, I mentioned it earlier. This is the start of a very important 8-night stretch for the bloodline. Tonight, Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, if they can knock off Orton and Kevin Owens, position themselves as they head into the Roman and Cody match a week from tomorrow. And then, of course, we mentioned it next Friday night. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa defend the tag titles in a ladder match in Nashville. Solo Sikoa's endless quest for power. Victories mean everything. Imagine what it would do for the confidence of Solo and Jacob Fatu. Above all, for the perception of this new rogue outlaw bloodline, as Cody Rhodes put it. If Solo and Jacob Fatu knock out KO and Randy Orton tonight, the world's going to be talking. The world's going to be buzzing, and the world's going to have no choice but to start to believe. Next week, roll on to Atlanta. If Solo and Jacob knock off Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, it is indisputable. Solo is the new tribal chief, and his right-hand man, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, can be tag champs, and the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, will continue to enforce the law as Solo sees fit. Yeah, this version of the bloodline could be the most dangerous ever. It could be unstoppable if what you just described unfolds. So here we go. Kevin Owens will start things off with Jacob Fatu in this matchup. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton must believe they have something to prove tonight, Corey.
There aren't too many men who'd be willing to stand and trade hands with Jacob. Whoa! But Owens was that man for a moment.
And Randy Orton looking on. Got Kevin Owens and Orton question.
Big senton by KO.
By Solo Sikoa about how they have not been able to help Cody Rhodes to chop down, pick apart the bloodline. And again, we still don't quite know where Kevin Owens stands in all of this.
with Cody Rhodes. Listen, I guarantee you right now, Owens is not thinking about Cody. KO is singularly focused on Solo Sikoa, who just demanded Jacob Fatu tag him in.
You know, we mentioned this a couple weeks back, but Kevin Owens has never pinned a member of the Bloodline. Do you think KO thinks about that when he comes into matches like this?
I think not only does KO think about it, I think Owens obsesses over it. I think it keeps KO awake at night. It keeps him from enjoying his life.
Well, you got to wonder too, does it bother Owens? Does it bother Randy Orton? And Cody Rhodes has become this almost this quarterback like of the WWE. Whether a guy like Kevin Owens believes he's taken a back seat to Cody Rhodes and everything the undisputed WWE champion has accomplished.
Oh, you know what they never mentioned in that documentary though? What? They talked about the XFL and the WBF, but they never said anything about WWE films.
Indeed, and now
Or the Undertaker.
facing off with Randy Orton now.
Wait a minute, was the Undertaker on the McMahon documentary yet?
Back in May in France against the Bloodline in a
Of
street
course,
fight.
just about everybody that was ever involved with them is interviewed.
Popping up immediately after suffering an DDT from Randy Orton.
And the other thing that
I'm
was
just
sticking
saying
for
that
Kevin Owens is the fact that Solo Sikoa really owns the numbers over
with
Kevin
all
Owens.
the things he did outside of wrestling,
Have much
they
success
mentioned
against
the
someone
World
else.
Bodybuilding Federation,
Big headbutt to Randy
they
Orton.
mentioned the XFL,
And
but
Jacob
they never
Fatu,
mentioned
just
the
an incredible
WWE
athlete,
films,
full-born motor, always in fifth gear.
which I think did better than
Randy
either
Orton
one
set
of
over the
those
top
two.
rope of the floor right in front of the announce table.
We've said it numerous times.
At least
Jacob
it lasted
Fatu was
longer
blessed
than
with
anyone
all of the
else.
physical gifts a human being could ever want, but none of the morality. Jacob Fatu answers to one man and one man only, and that is him, Solo Sikoa, to whom Jacob has pledged blind loyalty. Now, look out, bro. I want to be around him. And Randy Orton now. And this is
Oh
a
my
Mickey George's
really?
spot two right on the announce table. And I want
I'm
Jacob
sorry,
Fatu
hold on.
to out of that. Jacob Fatu.
I apologize for this. Hold on a second. Hello? What's up? Yeah. Great. So what you doing? You got off at work? Is that... I hate that. When you have to state the obvious for people. Yeah. Exactly. Not for, it's been a while. Yeah. God. Right. Yeah. Nothing. What are you up to? Really? Wait a minute. How old is Molly? And is watching SpongeBob? Again, and they're watching SpongeBob? Really? Why? Yeah. Really? No? Oh. Hey. I know. Yes, it is. I don't think half these people would know what that meant. They would say, first they would stare at you for like 5 seconds. Then they would say, the answer's 12E, and that would be the end of it. Well, that would be a new revelation to them. Pretty much, yeah. Right. Well, no, I'm actually within the last 5 minutes of SmackDown, and then I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I don't know. Well, all I ever knew was I wanted to do Smack, but that's not going to happen. Am I? I told you about my proctologist who told me I needed rehab, right? Well, I made an appointment because I thought I was sick, but all he had to do is look at me for 5 seconds and say, "You obviously have a crack problem. I would suggest rehab." No, but that was funny, Epstein. You're supposed to laugh, God damn it. Never mind. Right. No, not really. Not until a week from tomorrow when I have my party. More than likely, yeah, because there's going to be a band here. Won't know. Because I think half of them are retired. Oh, that big fucking bodyguard type guy that they called Big Chick. Yeah, he shot himself and committed suicide like 20 no, more like 25 years ago. Yeah, sometime in the early 90s. No? Pretty much. I know, right? Right. Great. Really? Well, all I know is as long as I have White Castle, Red Bull, and Dunkin' Donuts, that'll make me very happy. Yes, they do. Red Bull and Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts disappeared? What do you mean? Well, yeah, they do, but now everybody goes for coffee instead of donuts. So haven't you seen the commercials? America runs on Dunkin'. Or the world runs on Dunkin', something like that. I don't know. But don't you remember the guy in the 80s who always woke up early because he said it's time to make the donuts? Ah. I know. Well, yeah. What did you say? Say it again. Okay, I'm sure that was meant to be funny, but something got lost in translation. Uh, oh, God. Yeah. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Right up out of that, Randy Orton now turns around and realizes the Samoan werewolf still on his feet. Dropped again on the announce table by Orton. Randy Orton going for a triple. Randy Orton going for 4 in a row. Trying to keep Fatu down. And finally Fatu rolls off the table.
Lawrence?
Bill.
Bill Epstein.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why?
Well, I got something to ask you, bro.
Okay.
Since the party is going to be inside the warehouse,
Yeah.
Has your new
that's a good choice because I don't want anybody to get wet or sick during your birthday party.
one winner. Let's do it.
Wait, get what?
Get wet or sick. Like if it's raining outside.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I knew what you meant by sick, but it took a second to figure out what you meant by get wet.
Yeah. But if anybody argues, not me, but like either Amanda or Dylan, you want me to be your right-hand man during your birthday party, bro?
No, I just want them to shut the fuck up, and I'm going to straight up tell them that if it happens. But don't assume anything unless and until it happens.
Alright. SmackDown's pretty good so far tonight.
USA's The Anonymous. New episodes Mondays at 11.
An absolute mess here at ringside. That is our announce table, ladies and gentlemen, after the assault by Randy Orton on Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa before the commercial break. But Corey, during the break, the bloodline is taking control. Solo Sikoa now placing Kevin Owens on the top turnbuckle. Questionable decision for anyone
That's
opposite
good, bro.
Owens, but
Miss
Solo
talking to you,
looking
man.
determined.
Hey, give me a call sometime on my phone so we can talk about what you and your family been up to, bro. You take it easy, man.
And Owens fighting back with plenty to prove here tonight. Not only to himself, not only to Randy Orton, but of course to Cody Rhodes. And Owens down and loaded. Down goes Sikoa. KO now perched up top.
Bam.
Top, but Solo got the knees up.
See, I'm not towards. Wait a minute.
Great
Hold on.
awareness by the new tribal
There we
chief.
go. Now I'm not towards your ears.
Knees being driven right into the spine of Kevin Owens. And we look at the action during the break. Jacob Fatu delivering a
My
Samoan
back
drop
right there,
to
that
KO
swanton right there when he had his knees up.
Finish the job. So knees they have. Days of the late great Umaga.
When I used to go for someone with my mom, Michael,
Yeah.
I used to do like the Uso splash in my pool.
You used to do what?
One of them wrestling maneuvers.
Oh.
Himself. We know KO will continue to fight as long as there is breath in his lungs. But here comes Jacob Fatu. And Solo now sent into the corner with a force. And now Jacob follows it up. And Kevin Owens didn't have to scrape him out of the ring with a spatula. This man, Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, has arrived as advertised. A freakish athlete with a mean streak of monologue. Corey, remember what Solo Sikoa said about Kevin Owens and Randy Orton earlier tonight? You can't stop us. That is why Cody Rhodes had to recruit Roman Reigns. Because Owens and Orton have consistently let you down in your battles against the bloodline. You know why that statement stung so much to Kevin Owens and Randy Orton? Because it was dripping with truth. And now Jacob covered on Owens. And Owens still kicking out again. The mantra, fight Owens, fight. Keep on fighting. That's what Kevin Owens lives by.
April 19th and 20th, WrestleMania 41, Mixed's return to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes, and then that April 20th is when John that I
Every
have this last
variation
match
of this group,
because
Kevin
more than
Owens has
likely
been
we'll not
involved in,
close the
has
show
been
with them.
fighting, costing the
So that he
championship on
wins
many
and
different
has
occasions,
his big dramatic
costing
moment.
friendships, and almost his career,
And the
which is why, in
commentators
my opinion, Kevin
talk
Owens
very
cannot be
quietly
angry with Cody Rhodes.
while
Kevin
the
may
fans
not
are
love the
going
decision
over
to
the
team with
top
Roman Reigns,
nuts.
but Owens above
And
all should
who knows
understand
how many
what
wrestlers
Cody's
come in the
thinking.
ring
Cheap
to
shot
him
by
and congratulate him.
Orton and Randy Orton trying to get involved, and the official Dan Angler separating the men.
And Paul, when's the last time you
What
saw
if
anyone
Taz
on the
came
roster
back
get
in
under Randy Orton's skin like that?
and
Orton is
does a
cold-blooded.
match for John Cena?
Jacob Fatu may be more cold-blooded.
I think Taz is retired.
No. Oh, I know that, but I'm talking not as a wrestler,
There isn't anything
as
left
a
for
commentary.
Well, you know, that's next year, so we'll have to see. But right now,
I'm just
Taz
saying.
is under contract to AEW.
All across the ring, massive moment in this match.
Those last 6 feet or so have to feel like an eternity for Owens.
Sikoa trying to play defense here as Owens tries to fight back. He's about an arm's length away. Now a hand away from Orton. Can he make the tag? Big right hand. KO still fighting.
Owens, maybe a foot away tops.
Yeah, Solo still hanging out though. It's Tug of War. He's playing with KO. Big chop tag. Here's Orton. And then coming out of the seat from Oklahoma City. And Orton with a big clothesline.
Undertaker came back for Cody Rhodes match when he fought Roman Reigns for the title.
I don't know, dude. That's a year into the future. I have no idea. Look, I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen in the next hour, let alone a year from now.
Mm-hmm.
It's Randy Orton with a draping DDT. And Randy's hearing many thousands of voices in his head. Coiled and ready to strike.
Jacob, they're going.
Part two. Running interference and allows Sikoa to deliver the Samoan drop.
A momentary interference run by Jacob Fatu from the outside bought Solo enough time to turn the tides in this matchup yet again into the favor of the Bloodline.
Incredible main event on Friday Night SmackDown. It is thunderous here in Oklahoma. Oh! Solo Sikoa over the top rope. KO now, dragging himself back up into the corner. Orton trying to make it for a tag. He does. Kevin Owens is legal. And KO now takes out Sikoa.
Boom.
Takes out Fatu. Kevin Owens with a lot to prove tonight. Senton.
The prize fighter is on a rampage.
Into the ring, breaks the count. Kevin Owens, frog splash.
Solo from behind grabs a hold of Owens.
And KO though with a kick to Sikoa, takes him down. Kevin going to the top rope. This time the Swanton connects. Owens for the win. Massive win here tonight. And kick out by Solo. So close.
This is a case where KO's mind is going a million miles an hour.
Look who's here. The tag champs.
Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa.
And the distraction allows Solo to hit the spinning Solo on Kevin Owens, who kicks out at two. It was only a matter of time before the rest of the bloodline, and they got some help now. Cody Rhodes
Cody.
coming out to the end of Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
It was Owens who asked Cody to stay in the back, and Randy understood the situation. Randy said,
OTC.
Cody, keep an eye on the
OTC.
champions.
And now from behind,
Sent into the ring by Rhodes. Cody's fired up. Randy Orton now. Into the ring. RKO to Tonga. Kick from Fatu. Down goes Rhodes.
Like a cruise missile through the ropes.
Wait for the Samoan spike. Stunner to Sikoa. Wait a minute, Cody thrown into the ring by Fatu. Takes out the official. Kevin Owens, I believe, on a free count. Corey, the official was knocked down. And now Jacob Fatu with a super kick and another one. I think Kevin Owens had the match won.
I think you're right, Cole.
Sikoa into the cover. Hook for the leg. The bloodline with the win.
Here are your winners, the Bloodline.
Certainly a controversial ending to this one. Chaos inside and out of the ring. But the W belongs to the Bloodline.
Now Kevin Owens visibly upset. He hit the stunner, was closing in on a win. Jacob threw Cody into the ring. He inadvertently took out the official. Kevin Owens had a 1, 2, 3. The official didn't see it, and now Owens was upset.
And with that, that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you for Collision, 8/7 Central on TNT tomorrow night. One last time. Christy, Crystal, Megan, Amanda, Mackenzie, Noah, Caitlin, thank you all so much for being so wonderful from day one. Mwah. Love you all very, very much. Sweet dreams and many, many blessings to you. Good night, my angels. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll see you Monday. Mwah. Thank you to everybody for being with us. Good night.
Stay tuned for AEW Collision, Monday Night Raw Monday, Dynamite Wednesday, SmackDown Friday, and Bad Blood Saturday.
Well, maybe you can do the Bad Blood one. My last broadcast will be Friday, October 4th, the Friday, October 4th Go Home edition of SmackDown. Until tomorrow night, I'm Michael Paul. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody.
Let's see how many viewers we got tonight. And we got